what's so exciting about it as a writer is that once the finished product is done, there are things that you didn't realize were there, or things that other people brought to it that changed it and made it its own unique thing. For so long, it only lives in your head. And then to see how it gets constructed and to see what each different little piece of it kind of brings to it is a really enlightening process.
So then, Kevin, can you also just do like a fully realized profile monster version against transparency for us?
Yep.
Then we'll animate him through the frame.
Okay.
The first cut is very much a work in progress. There's no music, there's no color correcting, there's no sound mix, there's nothing other than just like this bare bones first assembly. And that can be a shock to the system if you're not ready for it. You can look at it and go like, oh my God, what is this? What am I looking at?
Pause here for just a second.
Just to update these title cards for the cut that we're sending out. The first 3 to 4 cards should not say Adam Mark 6 because that's the reveal here. It should be, now it would be like blinking 99% Adam Mark 6.
And you're thinking of doing that like on the glass.
It'll be
like it's
on
LED,
the,
like
on
a
the
watch,
glass, over the top,
like
or
on
over the
glass.
bottom, whichever feels better, like a built-in LED. Yeah.
Even just the simplest cut, can transform, this kind of raw material of the dailies into a cogent narrative. Watching what, our editors did with the show, like kind of taking the raw footage and really building something out of it was really amazing. And also you come to, when you layer in something like that, you really come to appreciate what each little piece of the puzzle gives to you.
What does it feel like to be nearing the end of the first season and seeing everything come together? It's exhilarating, it's exhausting, it's terrifying. I personally put a lot of myself into the show, but I'm not the only one. There have been hundreds of people working on this for years now, so I feel not only a personal responsibility to myself, but to everyone else who's worked really hard on this, that everyone is able to enjoy that experience, The
thing that I hope people take away is that you can have that sort of desire to want to be a filmmaker, and it expresses itself in a bunch of different ways.
I hope it really does inspire a lot of other filmmakers and people in its own little way. I mean, it's okay to be weird and different and strange. That's kind of why we're all here, and that's something I think also the show kind of represents.
We just want to make something that's fun and entertaining, but ultimately says, or at least expresses something that, you genuinely feel, whether it's sadness or happiness. Like, that's why we make movies. So I hope our episodes and all the episodes do that.
As an artist, I don't want people to just feel one thing when I tell them a story. To me, a great story really takes you through everything. It makes you think, it makes you laugh, it makes you cry, it makes you feel tense, it makes you feel happy, it makes you cheer, and that's what I want when someone watches Dimension 404. I want them to go on this complete ride, so to speak, and I want them to come out of it, maybe looking at the world a little differently, maybe feeling a little bit different, and I want it to stick with them.
I hope it gives people a perspective that the universe is a really bizarre place, and the pace of change is accelerating more and more, and the future is coming in very fast, but we are all stubbornly human with all the virtues and flaws that entails, and that we need to prepare ourselves because
it's gonna be a wild ride. Yeah.
I learned that, again, it's possible. And these things can be done, and we can achieve these crazy dreams, my partners and I have had since we were kids, to make really cool movies and television. Seeing Patton Oswalt walk onto set as Dusty and read your lines for the first time and watch something that you've created come to life, to see the Polybius creature walk into Andrew's bedroom for the very first time, and everyone to be able to witness it in all its glory. Again, something that started as a crazy, impossible idea 4 years ago, standing in front of you, in front of a camera, that right there, those were the most rewarding moments.